everybody. I am so excited to be back, and I hope that you also are excited. Welcome to this channel. On this very channel, we deal with computer coding, and we apply the knowledge that we have gained to creating amazing application. So that means that on one hand, we have the theory. On the other hand, we have the practical. So you apply what you have learned in the theory into creating world-class amazing projects. And so we already had begun with HTML. We have several other programming languages to learn. What I mean is we started with HTML, which in itself is not a programming language. It is just a markup language, and it has its function. We are going to, in a couple of videos on this channel, learn various other programming languages. Now today we are going to be looking at HTML colors. Okay, so on the screen you find that we have the text editor, and there is virtually or practically nothing except the boilerplate code. And if you do not know what a boilerplate code is, then please consider watching the videos. Yeah, there's going to be a playlist right there. Please consider watching them, and you're going to learn what the boilerplate code is, or how we get to have the boilerplate on the screen. We dealt with this, I think, in the first video. So what you see currently on the screen is the boilerplate code. And as I said, we are going to be treating HTML colors first. So HTML colors have several ways that we specify them. We have that we can use the predefined color names. We can also use what is called the RGB. RGB. R represents red, G represents green, and the B represents blue. So we are going to see how we combine the red, green, and blue colors in different ways, different shades, or I would say different amounts of red, green, and blue, mixing them together to give rise to the various colors that we have. We also have the hexadecimal color system. We have the HSL color system. Then we are going to be looking at the RGBA. So we had the RGB, which is R, red, green, and blue. And now we are going to be looking at the RGBA. So this is actually an extension of the RGB color system. And we are also going to look at the HSLA system. And as you know, or as you can guess, it is also an extension of the HSL system. So let's see how time permits us to go with this. So beginning with the color names. And so we have over 140, we have about 140 standard color names that HTML supports. So as you can see that the text editor has no code in the body section. And if we go ahead to check this with on the browser, we are going to see an empty screen, just as you see here. So let's now type the code so we can see how we write colors in HTML. In the body section, I'm going to be using a container, and this is the first time I will be introducing this container in the series of videos. It is the div container. All it just does is to serve as a container. And now don't bother much about it. For now, what you need to know is it serves as a container. So in this container, we are going to have the style attribute there, and then let's give it a height, and let's say a height of 100 pixels. Let us give it a width, right? So let's say a width of 400 pixels, and then we're going to give it a background color. So we're going to say background color. Let's give it a background color of tomato. So now we are using the color names. We have a height of 100 pixels here, a width of 400 pixels, background color of tomato, And I think I don't have a content yet, but let's see how this gets applied. Now you've got to remember that there is the go live button that is supposed to be at the bottom right of your screen. You can see it shows us go live at the bottom right. If you do not have it, please go to the extension. This is the icon for extension, and you want to type live server. And when you do that, it's going to come up with this option. The very moment you click on that, you will have the button that says install. Here we have the uninstall button. That means I already have it installed. So I'm going to close this, and to close the extension window, I just click on the icon and we are back. So I'm going to go live now. So this is it. This is the color we just applied. You can notice that we have the height of 100 pixels and the width of, I think, 400 pixels. And I will say this is tomato color. Okay, I will duplicate this, and we are going to practice the use of several color names. So I just duplicate this, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go more. 5, 6, 7. So here we have 7, and in each case we have tomatoes. Now we're going to see that when we go to the browser, we will find that we have tomatoes in several columns. So we're going to have colors like orange, Dodger blue. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to type orange color here, and so orange here, Dodger blue. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll just quickly type everything and we'll come back. Okay, so we have the colors represented. I actually had to add one more div container to accommodate the orange red color. When we go over to our browser, we can see the colors there. The first one is tomato, and we needed to change the text, right, to represent each of those colors. And all of those text in the div tag, we can simply change them to the various colors. I'm going to do that, and then we'll come back, continue the video. Okay, so we got them, all the text changed to their corresponding colors. And as you can see clearly on the screen that the names are all there. The next style that I like to apply is to change the text color. Right here, you can see the text is black in each case. So this is the color. Now we have applied the background color as you see here. So how do we change the text color? And most likely, if you had watched my previous videos, you would notice that we applied the text color. So in order to change the text color, we are going to use the color property. So we're going to say color, and we are going to have it white. So this is still using the color name, and I will quickly have everything put in the other containers. So it's still going to be white in each case. I think something is wrong. Where is that error? Let us see if this is it, just to check the error quickly. Color. Okay, and then so let's see. This is color white here. And what's wrong? I'm gonna just, okay, I see that the semicolon is not there. Okay, so remember to always have the semicolon. I'm just gonna leave it exactly as it is so that we know that we can make errors as we write code, right? Just to make it original. I'm not going to change everything there. Trust me, I sometimes edit these videos and cut out errors that I make. Okay, so we're going to paste here as well with the semicolon. And then we do the same thing here and quickly at the last one here. So with this, we have changed the text color in all the div containers, and we have white. And when you see the browser, everything is white. So this is actually using the color names. I will stop here because I think it's good to not to make this video so long. I will stop here. We've practiced using the color names. In the very next video, I am going to go to using the RGB color system. See you in the next video, and as I always say, cheers to your success. Have a wonderful day, and please consider subscribing if you like this concept of writing computer codes and using those codes, the theory, whatever you have learned, and using them to create amazing application. I am so pleased to have you here. See you in the next video as we explore the world of HTML colors. Goodbye.